July 9. Insurance 30 naira. Then the next one is July 10, paid wages on July 10. You know, I told you the other time that card book is being maintained on the monthly basis. So every item, any transaction you make must fall within that month, and we are dealing with July, the month of July. So then July 10, they paid wages to the workers. That means the money they paid money out of the cash to pay to their workers as wages. So we write July 10 wages. That is 25 naira. Then the last but not the least is cash sales on July. You know, when you make it, when you sell goods to your customer, you receive cash. So it's also increase your cash. So another way is that when you take money, it increases your cash, and when you pay money out of your cash, it reduces your cash. So we just adjust this and know the balance at the end of the year. So cash received. So another one is the last one is July 12. We have sales. We have another sales, which is 115. Having done that, you have all items transaction has been posted to the site where they belong to. Then you now take your do the balance, the remaining cash in your hand to know the balances. So we will balance the first one and balance the second one. Which one is highest or the lowest? Then you deduct the lowest from the highest to know the balances of your cash. Now let's start from the receipt side. 15 plus 500 is 2,000 naira. Then plus 115 is 2,115. Now let's see which one is greater between the debit side and the credit side. Here in the credit side you have 250 plus 750, that is 1,000. 1,000 plus 80, that is 1,080. 1,080, and 1,080 plus this plus 25, we have 1,105. So seeing from this, looking at this, the debit side, it is greater than credit side, which is supposed to be. The credit side must be greater. If the credit side is greater than the debit side, that means we have an overdraft. But debit side is greater than credit side, so we know the balances of the cash that you have in hand at the end of the month. So 250 minus 115 is this is 0, this is 1, this is 0, 1. You just write July. So July 31st. Then you write balance CD, which is 105. Then you balance everything, which is 215. Then you bring it under here that balance PD is 105. So that is the cash you have in hand at the end of the month. Having received the cash and pay money out of the cash, the remaining cash you have at hand is 105. Now we'll be talking about two-column cash book. Two-column cash book is the combination of cash account and bank account. Under two-column cash book, it has a difference, small difference between that of a single-column cash book. And the differences there is that in every side it has a cash and bank account. So unlike a single column graph which has only a month. So that is how you can differentiate this. Even giving you the format, you could have known that this is a 2 column, this is 1 column graph based on their format. And the format, that means every credit transaction, every money that comes in through cash will be put on that cash side, and any transaction that it is when someone paid you with check, it will be under what? Bank. So that is the difference between that of a single column cash book. And the format, we have date particular, we have a folio, we have cash and bank under the receipt side. While under the payment side, we have a date, we have particular, we have folio, we have a bank and the cash. So that is a different thing we have in 2 column cash book. But before we cite an examples, go to the illustration. Well, we must first know, because there are some items that one needs to take into cognizance when preparing a 2 column cash book. Now we have a contra entry. What is contra entry? Contra entry is a Latin word which shows that cash has been withdrawn from the office and deposited in the bank, or withdrawal of cash from the bank for office use. So in another word, contracts affect both cash and bank. Now, illustration on the 2 column cash book, because you have to give illustration of those cash book so that you have a clear knowledge of it. Now they said enter the following into cash and bank, cash into 2 column cash book, where you balance off the amount at the end of the month. You know, don't forget I told you that cash book is prepared on a monthly basis. Now here we go. Before we go to the question, you know, we give a format the other time, and that is the format that we are going to follow. Here we have date, we have particular, we have folio, we have you know, that is why it is, this one is different from cash, a single column cash book. Here we have a date, we have particulars, we have folio, we have cash, and we have bank. Now, 2 column cash book. Don't forget debit and credit side, receipt. This is the receipt side and this is the payment side. Now, let's go to the question. June 1, start the business with cash. Start the business with cash. When you start the business with cash, so that means anything that has to do with cash in business, you represent it with what we call capital. June 1. June 1, you start the business with cash. So now, you know, here we have a bank. Here we have a bank and bank. So under this, you have that means the business received cash of what? Of 3,220. And let me remind you, we have a cash and bank. So where are we going to post the item? Where is it going to fit into? Since it is written that it is a cash, then we'll put it on the cash side of receipt side of the 2 column cash, which is 3,200. When you see the question that start a business, you could have known that it is a capital. And capital, you know, capital is the money that used to start a business. So the business is receiving a cash of what? Of 3,200. Assuming it is bank, it is through check. You put it under what? bank column. Now the second one says June 2. The following paid us by check: Okon 500, Abe 600. That means those people paid us by, when somebody paid you by check in your card book, you received the money. So it must be on the receipt side, which is June 2. Then what are the names? Okon. Then Abe paid us. That means they received money and it is through check, so it must be under the bank column. Okon is 500, while Abe is 600. That is that. Then the third one is June 3. Card sales paid directly into bank. Card sales paid directly into the bank. Now here, what we are going to do here is that it is the account that was, it is a sales that has been made. Now the third question is June 3. Card sales paid directly into the bank, which is 700 naira. So June 3, you make a sales and it is paid into the bank. That is that. You know, when you make a card sales, money comes in into the account. Then June 5 said paid rent by card. That means you paid, that means money goes out of the card book and it must be on the payment side, which is the credit side. So paid rent by cash. That one is